Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another X-Wing Battle Report, and this is from our November tournament that we had at KAB. And why don't we just introduce ourselves? My name is Jake.
And I'm Nick.
And we are watching Rocky and Duncan play. Now, Rocky is on the left, obviously, and Duncan on the right. And Rocky is, they're already placing ships. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the asteroid placement went pretty dang quick.
Looks like we got Rocky's already putting up all of his A-wings, and he's got the YT-2400-Rendar. And then Duncan here's his list. He's running Whisper and Echo. Was that it?
Whisper, Echo, and then that Alpha Squadron.
Oh, the Alpha Squadron. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah, I see him moving. He's moving fast.
Oh my goodness, they're already taking off turn one.
5 straight with a boost here. So he's really moving it.
That's the pilot skill 1 interceptor with auto thrusters, which I think is really kind of a risky choice. But I guess if you've got 20 points,
it's a tough call. Yeah, I think it's really its best option is just to block. I mean, if you get some shots, great, but otherwise you're moving first, and so that boost really doesn't help you very much, with the exception, like I said, to block an opponent. And so that's why this very first turn, 5 straight with a boost, is a little risky because you leave yourself totally exposed and you don't know what your opponent's doing.
Yeah, because he just moved Rocky just moved that A-wing up.
Yeah,
5 straight, and so he's going to have a shot, and I don't even know if the interceptor is going to have a return shot. It looks like the angle's kind of weird for us. So.
I think he will, but again, he's going to shoot last, so as PS1. So with his 3 hit points, you got to hope that you can survive the barrage until your chance to fire.
Now, did he just? I think he focused with that top A-wing, but did Rocky? He's going to bump right there.
No, they were exactly.
Were they?
They just went straight, and so they shouldn't bump. I mean, he might have, not moved it as straight, but yeah. So that was just a 4 straight, I believe, with a recon specialist.
Double focusing there, and then or gaining the extra focus. I should say he's not double focusing.
That's right.
Yeah. So we got I think Rocky's in a pretty strong position. The Phantoms are moving to cloak up. Yeah, I think moving aggressively with the Titan interceptor is a little risky because you want to kind of keep them around to actually meddle.
That's right. Yeah, those Phantoms, he's keeping them back. I mean, he's moving fast here, 4 straight, but he's nowhere near the battle at all. So that interceptor's really kind of hung out all by himself at this point.
Yeah. I mean, Whisper is really strong too. I mean, because she'll be able to move up pretty quickly on the left and turn in on the YT-2400 potentially if she needs to.
Oh yeah, they can definitely close that gap pretty quick, and you won't expect it.
Yeah, and Echo moves like a clown car, as I see. I always feel like I'm just spinning around like a pinwheel whenever I'm using it. I'm a terrible Echo.
So we got
pilot.
A shot here with Dash Rendar on the Alpha Squadron.
Yeah, 4 dice from a heavy laser cannon.
Yep, HLC coming at you. So obviously 2 crits.
2 crits, which will be just regular hits, and a focus token, which you probably is going to focus down.
Well, he's got Predator, too. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, and Predator.
So here comes the Predator reroll. Okay.
There you go, 4 hits.
Yep. And then, focus, because why not? And 4 hits, and that's a dead interceptor.
Yeah, that is.
Yep. Because he had no tokens with the boost, so, yep.
You can't be that aggressive with a ship like that. They're really frail.
Yeah, if he could have made, I mean, he kept at range 3, which is good. You're going to get that auto thrusters and so forth. But
was he at range 3? He should have auto thrustered. Then.
Yeah, that was a misplay on his part because he would have survived.
Yeah, he forgot.
Survived to let all the A-wings shoot at him, and then he gets a chance.
Then die. Yeah.
So it's still risky, but an auto thruster.
He forgot to auto thruster. Yeah, that hurts. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, he'll know now.
That's right.
When he gets to watch the video.
All right, so we got the decloak here at the beginning of the activation step. So which is definitely the new thing with the Phantoms. So.
I'm thinking, what it would maybe would you do a 3?
You talking about Whisper there at the bottom?
Yeah, I would actually do a 2, maybe a 2.
It's a tough call because if I was Dash at this point, me moving first, I would be very tempted to kind of go to the right and engage into Whisper. So I would probably still kind of play it safe with the Phantoms, because you have the mercenary co-pilots, which really only trigger at range 3.
Range 3.
So I'd keep my distance actually with Whisper.
Yeah. Well, with Dash Render, I would be a little careful about moving up anyway, because you know that if they get in that range 1, then your gun's useless.
That's
You're not
right.
going to be shooting the heavy laser cannon, so I don't know. I'd have a hard time moving up that close.
Yeah, well, it's a tough call. I think if I could get behind Whisper, use the rocks to, you definitely, if you're playing Dash, you have to, drive over the top of those rocks, because
you can.
That's his advantage. Yeah, and that with that one donut hole, you got to get away, and the best way to do it is go over rocks, because people aren't going to follow you.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you do a hard 2, maybe Whisper would be able to barrel roll in if she was lucky.
There you go. One bank into an A-wing.
Into your own A-wing.
Yep.
He surprised me.
Hey,
you know what? At least that's going to keep Whisper in. Well, is he on? Oh yeah, that's a debris field. That's going to make it very difficult for her to get within range 1, I would imagine.
At first I'm like, oh man, I don't know why he bumped, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's as slow rolling as you can go for that ship.
Yeah.
So maybe that was his plan. He's like, keep some distance.
Yeah, I can see where it would be advantageous.
Now, granted, you're 2 defense dice with no focus token now, so
you're getting shot.
So yeah, you're probably going to get shot at.
I'd be very scared if I was at A-wing right there. That's looking like it's probably range 1.
It might be.
And that's Echo. So Echo has veteran instincts. So, that's not going to matter too much here, except for that he shoots before Dash.
That's right. He moves and shoots, or moves after, shoots before.
The cloaking device, the advanced cloaking device, which is kind of a staple if you're playing a Phantom. Oh, he did it too. What did I tell you, Nick?
Yeah.
I probably said 2 or 3, so I'd be right no matter what. But the mercenary co-pilot's interesting because that's the range 3, which I think is going to be good against Dash here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think he might be range 3.
I think this is range 2, actually.
Really?
We'll
it won't
see.
be too bad.
We'll see.
And he's got the fire control to pick up that target lock, too.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can cloak, and then, I guess you can, if you want to cloak, then you're going to be moving forward.
All right, so 4 dice. I didn't see him change anything to a crit, so I'm guessing it was range 2. Yep. We're rolling 2 dice back, so again, range 2. And no tokens, so he's going to take 2 shields. Gone.
Could be worse.
But he's got that extra shield upgrade, so he's a little beefier than
which is
normal Dash.
I don't like that on him. I want a injured upgrade.
No, I totally agree. With that donut hole, you got to be able to get away.
Especially with ships that move last, because he's moving before those Phantoms, so they could easily get into range 1.
Yeah, I mean, you might get away with it if you went veteran instincts, so that you're PS9. That means you got to move last if you don't have engine, because if somebody's a higher pilot skill, they're going to keep into that donut. There's no way around it. Like these Phantoms, once they get inside that donut, they're going to stay there. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult not to. So. Mm-hmm. You can do some tricky flying and get out of it, but engine's the easiest. 4 straight with an engine, they're not going to keep up. Whoa, that's definitely a range 1 shot. Yeah, that's a good shot too. All right, 3 dice coming back up, and it looks like he takes 2 shields. And if that Echo had a focus token, that would have been fun. Well, you're gonna have a target lock now. Mm-hmm. So. Oh yeah, and Render and cloak. Yeah, that would be a dead A-wing for sure. Yeah. I think the other A-wing, does it even have a shot on the Echo? I can't tell if either of them do. I think it does. I think, the blue one has a shot on Echo. The red one I don't believe has a shot this turn. Oh, yeah, because Whisper's probably out of range 3. Mm-hmm. I believe it is. Which is what he's probably going to check now. So, Dash gets to shoot, I'm assuming. So, or did Dash already shoot? There you go. That's the way to make sure you get a shot, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, rotate your ship. Although I think he rotated it in the wrong direction. Yeah. Yeah, and so he's shooting Whisper. That's one of the reasons why I don't like putting your tokens on the base like that, is it causes those bumps more frequently. Yeah. So I like to keep it on the side, kind of like you did with Whisper and Echo here. All right. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a very good shot. This is that HLC shot, so the crit got turned into a hit. Yeah. And no need to do anything else to it. Right, well, you're putting 2 on him. Yep. Echo's got no tokens. So no shields. Yep. So, yeah, this is pretty brutal so far. Echo's halfway down, and there's the interceptor down, full whisper.
Right.
And the only thing that Rocky's lost is 2 shields on Dash and 2 shields on A-Wing.
Yeah, we should be able to... Well, he's got Predator on the A-Wing. That's another interesting choice for an A-Wing. Just move that asteroid a little bit, too.
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't have been shocked if the A-Wing, or if Echo kind of biffed it, but on accident. But so he's checking right there, and I think he's out.
Yeah, no shot there. So I think we're going back to the dials, okay? Here comes about to be the decloak step. Yeah, because they've already got their dials.
You can only decloak forward with Whisper.
Yeah, so that kind of telegraphs your movement a little bit here.
Because you're going to either have to turn in.
So I think, with Dash with maybe like a hard 3 to the right or something like that with a barrel roll maybe. I don't know, you could get behind Whisper pretty easily here.
So with Whisper, I would maybe, I would choose maybe, let's see, where are you right here? I would actually do a hard 1, right?
Yeah.
Because one of those A-Wings is probably going to end up in front of you, so they'll get you the cloak to decloak away from the asteroids regardless, and maybe put you in a better position to chase Dash.
Yeah.
But I like if I were the Dash, because if you did the hard 1, that A-Wing is going to be right. Oh, he did a K, which is even better, so it's stressed, and now it's going to be right in your maw. And then...
Well, this stress maneuver, this 5K, actually works out pretty good for Red, because Red's the one with wired. So he's going to get to re-roll some focus tokens, or focus here, and that's both attack and defense. That's what makes wired so good,
Yeah, that's what I like it. I think it's... my favorite build right now is the Green Squadron pilots, and then you got the prototype pilot or whatever, or the test pilot, so you can get the 2 elite upgrades.
Yeah. And
you give them wired and push the limit, so you get your 2 actions, so you're getting a way better action economy, and then on top of that, you're getting the added bonus of being able to re-roll focuses if you want, so you can re-roll those on evades, because you're going to probably be shooting last, and then spend that token if you need to on the hits.
Yeah, sounds great. Those kind of builds are really tough.
This is a interesting choice with Dash.
Yeah, I don't like the left turn here. Now, a left turn with a barrel roll forward right, that would almost certainly bump Echo, and that would give you probably a pretty good shot on Whisper as well.
Yeah, I'll give you a shot on Whisper. That would be a really good choice. I think he's probably going to lean on that. Yeah, the focus tokens.
He loves that recon specialist, and although it's really good when you can, I think not getting shot by 2 Phantoms is better than 2 focus tokens.
Yes, every time.
Yes.
Every time. Especially at range 1.
That's right.
I would rather get a shot on a Phantom and be at maybe just range 1 of 1 as opposed to being in range 1 of both.
Yeah.
So I think a barrel roll right would have been perfect, and
you can see
right there,
Echo
would have
bumped.
Off.
Echo would not have had a shot at the A-Wing either because the arcs would be off. So I think that would have been a good play.
Yeah.
And Echo wouldn't be cloaked for next turn.
Exactly, which is really good. So then that means if Echo wants to shoot, well, I mean, you'd still probably get the cloak off before you get attacked.
Sure. Yeah, but it definitely telegraphs their movements a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay, so he did a curvy 2. Wow.
Yeah.
I would not have gone that way, which is interesting. It ended up paying off for him way better to go that decision.
Yeah, because if Dash had gone to the right, then Whisper would be totally behind, and you wouldn't have a shot at all.
Yeah, because I would have gone right with Rendar. I think that would be the good play.
Yeah.
Because then you at least have the chance of getting behind Whisper. So you can. I mean, the best way to fight Phantoms is to just take their shots away.
Yeah, not getting shot by Phantom is the best way to win against a Phantom.
Exactly. They got those 4 red dice, and they're just terrifying. 5 at range 1, which Dash Rendar is probably about to find out.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty terrifying for Dash.
The A-Wings have a shot on Whisper, which is good.
Here comes Whisper.
Okay. Oh, wait, she's got the target lock.
Target lock,
control earlier.
And a focus. So here we go. Yeah. I think, focusing it up.
So 3 hits and a crit.
3 hits and a crit.
So Rendar is going to take at least...
it looks like 3 hits, so 3 more shields.
Well, 2 hits and a crit, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that shield upgrade is...
There you go.
Well, not really paying off, I guess, yet.
Not yet. We'll see what the next damage he takes is. Yeah. If he knocks off another crit, then that'd be worth it.
Had he had engine upgrade, he could have zipped on out.
That's right.
And he would have had his shot on Whisper and would have taken a 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dash has got no shot this turn, being in range 1. The donut strikes again.
But at least the A-Wings have a shot. So there's like, a silver lining for him.
Yeah.
And it looks like, he's shooting at, you want to shoot at Echo.
Oh, yeah. He's got that fire control system target lock already there. So
Echo's shooting.
Yeah.
I'm dummy. I was like, yeah.
So Echo's going to just keep on that red A-Wing.
Oh, yeah, and the red A-Wings he's in kind of bad shape right now.
Not too great, but we're going to re-roll some.
I'll just focus that down.
Yep, we'll focus that into 4 hits. And
that's probably a dead A-Wing, I would guess, unless you get really lucky.
Almost.
You can re-roll that focus, Rock.
No, he misses that opportunity, unfortunately. So that could have saved his A-Wing.
So both players got to misplay.
Shot, yeah.
Yeah, he would have been able to re-roll that. He was wired. He could have re-rolled that focus token or focus die.
Yep. Green Squadron was wired. Rocky was not.
Yeah.
I'll get a shot into the side of Whisper. I don't know if this is going to do much here because that's a full token to Whisper.
Oh.
And 2 misses.
Well, don't you have Predator? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, a crit. That's the best kind of Predator reroll.
You can roll 4 blanks. I've done
it. Yep. That's how I play with Soontir. Yeah.
The infamous 4 blanks on Soontir fell.
That's how Soontir dies.
Yeah. That's why I was so happy when Auto Thrusters came out. I was like, Nick has a chance.
That's right. I'll get at least 1.
If you have the whole upgrade. You can survive. Or a shield upgrade, I guess. Why would you put that on? Fell.
All right, so we got us decloaked to the right here. I think that's interesting. I guess it's good because now the A-Wing is either going to bump or go past you. So if you decloak to the left, the A-Wing's just going to come up behind you.
Yeah. If I'm Whisper, I'm wanting to do a hard right 1 onto that asteroid.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think you're just chasing down Dash Rendar now. And Dash is going to be in a corner.
That's it.
So it's a really... Well, let's see, what would I do? For me, I would probably... Well, that Echo is... Did he already... Yeah, he decloaked Echo?
He did, yeah.
Okay, and that's where he ended up?
Mm-hmm.
If I were in a Dash, I would maybe do... I kind of like the hard left 1, and then maybe barrel rolling, maybe back. Even though you're going to take shots, I think maybe you could... I mean, you're setting your positioning for the next turn more than anything, because right now that's what I would... wow. That's a good place to be if you're an A-Wing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess...
he's definitely going to get a shot on Whisper if he wants, probably.
Yeah.
Unless Whisper does a hard one.
Yeah, I forgot Whisper hasn't moved yet. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a bad spot. But I was like, oh yeah, Whisper will move. And then, well, I mean, Whisper won't bump unless because she doesn't have a 1 straight. So
that's right.
She's getting out of there.
Well, they're not touching, so a 2 straight would be a bump in this case, I believe. So.
Well, I don't know. I don't think so, because 2 straight's almost like 2 ship bases.
Yeah.
So that should get up there.
All right, so again here, I think a barrel roll would have helped.
Yeah, maybe barrel roll outside even.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if Whisper banks in, Echo banks in, which is what I bet she'll do, then he'll have another shot there. Plus, if Whisper banks left, which is probably what I do, like a left 2 maybe bank with Whisper. That kind of that guarantees that if Dash goes left or right, then you're still probably going to have arc.
Kind of adjust, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably the way to go. And then that's why I was like thinking the hard right, the hard 1 right with Dash might be okay, because then if you barrel roll in, you might be able to take the shot away. I mean, you're going to take 1 from Echo.
Looks like Echo just arc dodged the A-Wing though, so Echo might just going to be finishing off that A-Wing before coming after Dash.
Yeah, and he focused down with Dash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and Whisper is going to be moving. So, and who has initiative?
That's a good question. I don't remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I never. We didn't have the coins out for.
Well, they're not the same pilot skill, so it's not going to matter. Whisper's a PS9.
Oh, that's correct.
PS7.
Yeah, 7.
8.
8. So it doesn't matter. So they shoot first anyway.
They always shoot first, and they always move after.
Like Han Solo.
Yeah, that's right.
This is very. Oh man, I think he's just trying to make sure that he can get Whisper in there now. I think that's a good spot because, like, I don't think.
You see, Rocky, he's like, I didn't really need that extra defense die for that rock, so I'm just going to move it out of the way. That's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of hurting himself there, but he's kind of range 1 on Whisper.
Hey, she's going to be close. What's Whisper doing? Nope, Whisper's barrel roll. Yeah, and I think this is a good move here for Whisper.
Yeah, because you'll cloak up when you shoot, and then you can just hop right on out of there.
That's right. It may be range 2, so Dash will get a shot here.
Yep.
But because of that, Whisper's going to have 5 defense dice at range 2.
Yeah.
And if Whisper does any damage, then she's going to have that focus token.
That's assuming that. Well, I mean, I think Echo can probably take out the A-Wing. But
Well,
like, if I'm
you
if
forget
I'm him, I
that
wanna-
A-Wing has a shield upgrade.
Oh, that's right.
So that's a 5 hit point A-Wing.
Those are not common.
That's right. So Echo can do a max of 4. Now, that doesn't include 5, actually. So, yeah.
Okay, and
Here we
then fire
go.
control.
This is Whisper. So,
Right,
yep, fire
using
control.
That, target lock. So that's going to be...
No focus token.
No focus
here.
because you barrel rolled, so you got 3 hits.
Yep.
And you can
And-
focus that and get all the evades you want.
Yeah. Dash is...
Dashing.
yeah.
And dodging, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was a good exchange for Dash right there.
Yeah, that was a very lucky one.
Yeah. Whisper at range 2, not getting any hits. That's with a fire control system.
Yeah.
That's uncommon.
Now, I think he was checking to see if Echo is in range 3, because, that's the one you want to shoot at right now, because...
Well, possibly.
don't think-
Whisper isn't tokened up for once, so there's just 4 dice.
That is true.
Well,
5 dice, if it's obscured.
that's
right
true.
through
It is obscure,
obstruction.
so yeah.
What the... Oh, that happens way more than you would think.
Yes.
So he's getting shot at by... Is this the A-Wing?
This is the A-Wing
Okay.
here, and the A-Wing doesn't have any focus tokens. He did a 1 hard, so he still has that stress from the K turn.
That's right, yeah.
And it looks like he's just going to take it. So he's got two shields lost.
Okay. So, still alive.
Yeah,
Still good.
still doing good, except for he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah, there's that. He's like,
Yep.
maybe? Can we pretend? Can we see?
Nope.
Not by a country mile. But Dash Rendar's going to shoot. I guess, yeah, you might as well shoot at Whisper. I mean, if she doesn't have tokens,
Yeah,
then
why
go for
not?
it.
It's basically the same shot. Whisper.
Well, Echo wasn't
Um,
tokened up, though. So, like,
Yeah, both of them.
I mean, they're probably both obscured, but...
I might would go Echo if he
'cause-
has the shot because
Well, there's the 2 missing
Yeah.
shields, so it's just like, you're probably... If you're going to get anything through... Well, there you go, yeah.
here
With Predator,
here we
get 4
go.
hits.
He's got 4 hits coming at Whisper.
Yeah,
Whisper does have 5 defense dice, but they're not modified at all.
yeah. There's no way to... Risky business here.
And
So you got 2.
2 evades.
So that takes
so-
the shields.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no more shields on
But like,
any
had
of
that
the
been
Phantoms.
Echo, that would be a dead Echo.
That's right.
So...
So he may not have had range because I know they were testing.
Yeah,
it
they were.
earlier.
Yeah, they were looking. So he was
And-
probably out. That's probably more than likely the scenario.
Yeah.
So here's the question: what are you doing now? I'm thinking we were decloaking already, so we got the maneuvers. If I'm Dash Render, I think
I'm
moving-
one right.
that'd
One
be
hard
certainly
right. Because they're not going to expect it. Whisper's probably going to decloak to the left, because he's expecting Dash to go to the left. And so, therefore, keep it in that range 1 bubble. So even if Whisper doesn't have a shot, it would still be in the range 1 bubble, still be alive.
right.
Yep, and here we go. Now the A-Wing is just going to take it in the nose, I think, from Echo. I don't think there's any way. He's got that stress, so he's going to do a 2 maneuver probably.
Yeah, I would just do a 2 forward.
There you go.
Then maybe Echo bumps you.
Yeah, 2 forward with a boost.
Oh, or yeah,
Yeah, to arc dodge Echo.
yeah. He's not gonna expect that. I don't know. I would. I think the hard right one maybe. That's a choice.
Well, I have this feeling that if I was Whisper, I would be doing like a 1 left turn here with like a barrel roll to kind of keep me in that range 1 bubble.
I think you would have gotten me. Then,
And so
'cause
if I did the 1 right as Dash, then I've got a rear arc shot coming at Whisper.
actually, the thing that I like about this maneuver here is if I were Dash, you could do a hard left 3.
Yeah. And then bump Whisper.
Or either bump Whisper, or you could. I think you might even be able to. Well, yeah, because you could just do that, and then Whisper would bump you. Yeah, and then Echo, if he's moving that Echo forward, he might hit that B-wing. I can't tell by this angle.
Yeah.
And then you might have a shot on Echo, and Echo would be tokenless. It would cloak up because it would get that shot on you.
Yeah.
But if Whisper bumps you, then you're probably not going to lose your YT-24. So I like that.
Okay,
I like that position
this is
right here.
good actually. Yeah, I like this. So
Was it 2, it looked like?
No, it was a 1.
It was just a 1.
Yeah, just a 1. So
Okay, maybe 3 might have gone a lot farther than I assumed. The angle on this table
so he's
is
going to
deceptive.
token up, but again, like I kind of agree with you. I think getting the shot on Echo would be great here. So like a barrel roll left would have got you the range 3 on Echo you need to make the shot.
Right, and I like this because like if Whisper did a hard left 1 or 2, you're not going to have a shot on Dash Rendar right now.
That's right.
And then Dash can have a lot of fun because Whisper would be facing Rocky on the left, and then you can just zip on towards Duncan with Dash, and then maybe get another shot on Echo or on Whisper.
Yeah.
And Whisper would not have tokens because she doesn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I was mistaken. I forgot Echo hadn't moved yet. So actually, I like the one hard left here with the focus tokens. I think this is good.
Yeah, because Echo has to move. Yeah,
with the exception of that A-wing being right in front of Echo.
Yeah, that A-wing almost got Echo to bump. See, yeah, and you got Whisper bumping, which I like.
Whisper bump. This is perfect. This is what you want with Dash Rendar. If you can't get them in range, outside of that range 1, then a bump is perfect, especially if you got 2 Phantoms bearing down and you bump one, hit the other.
Yeah, shoot the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason he chose the 2 is because that was the slowest maneuver you've got on Whisper other than that hard 1.
That's right.
Which is what we learned looking at the dial. It's kind of scary.
It's a fast ship. That's Empire, though. Yeah. Empire doesn't have a 1 straight, unless you're a shuttle.
You live and die by the red dice.
That's right.
And the green dice, I guess. But, yeah, it's definitely more of a kind of a don't get shot as the Empire.
All right, so here comes the Echo shot.
Fire control. And does she have a focus?
Oh, yeah.
He has a focus, yes. So that's 5.
That A-wing might not make it.
That's on the A-wing?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yep, and the A-wing did.
Died,
yep.
Yeah. Died real good.
Yeah, just 1 evade, unfortunately. So I think, he had the focus token. He was hoping to get a good roll, but 5 hits. I mean, come on, that's just, it's not going to happen.
I don't know if I like shooting at the A-wing. I think I would have shot at Dash Rendar just to put more damage on him, just in case. Because he's going to shoot you back, and he's probably going to hit you with stuff. He's going to focus here.
Yep.
Well,
and going to
Predator. He's got Predator, so he's going to get 4
focus.
hits. So your 4 dice, or 5 dice even, are going to... I think it's 4 here because he's not obstructed, it doesn't look like. But that's not going to help you too much. And there's 2 hits and it kills him.
Yep, Echo's gone. So this worked out well for Rocky, I think.
Yeah.
Trading that A-wing for Echo, definitely. The downside is now, he does have a lot of hit points left on Dash, but Whisper is going to be... You're going to have to do some creative flying to keep Whisper out of that range 1.
And he's moving, so...
Yep.
So Whisper didn't decloak.
Whisper bumped, so there was no cloak.
There was no cloaking. Yeah, that's right. Because she couldn't shoot, so she couldn't decloak.
So, but a 4 straight here. Like if Whisper does a 1 hard left and then a barrel roll, I think you could stay right in that. So I think you got to barrel roll as Dash. You got to make sure that you get that shot.
Well, Whisper won't have a shot.
Well, Whisper hasn't moved yet.
Well, she won't have a shot. Isn't she still cloaked?
No.
Or did she not? Oh, okay, that's right. She was uncloaked.
She bumped,
that
so
that's a target
uncloaked.
lock.
Yep.
It looked, from my angle, it looks almost like the triangle. So I was like, oh, she forgot to decloak. I was like, wait, no, I'm dumb.
1 hard.
And a barrel roll.
And a barrel roll, yep.
And then you stay on Dash's tail the entire time.
Yep. And then, if you can keep in that range 1, then Dash can't do anything. And that's just terrible for Dash. You don't need 2 focus tokens if you can't shoot.
Yeah.
And only have 1 person shooting you.
Yeah. Here, I actually would have barrel rolled, I think a barrel rolled forward would have been perfect there. But
You talking about for Dash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward over that field.
I agree. Like I said earlier, you got to use those debris fields and asteroids to your advantage when you're running away here.
Because then you're taking away the cloak action from Whisper, too. And that's an additional 2 maneuver and, 3 directions. So that's really what gives Whisper her strength, is that ability to position yourself.
All right, so he used that target lock and to good effect, and he's got 4 hits coming with 1 evade, and
that's why the focus tokens aren't the best thing he got.
So he's going to take a hit and 2 crits here. Yep. He had the 1 shield, so the 1 shield absorbed the hit. Now it comes to the 2 crits, which are weapon. Oh, that's no good. And shaken pilot, no straight moves. So
well, that's not too bad for Dash.
Yeah.
Shaken pilot's not so bad because you can go through almost anything.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones for him in this case. But the weapons failure is tough because you got that 4 dice is what you need to take out Whisper, I believe.
Yeah, so pretty much you have to like if I were Rocky right now, I would be either with dash. I would be running it. That's not the direction I'd go.
No. Yeah, you got to use that debris and stuff. So, like, I don't know, a hard 2 left. I don't know.
And he didn't. Did he cloak? He didn't cloak with Whisper, did he? He chose not to.
No, he chose not to. Which was an interesting play. I like it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good choice. But I mean, Rocky's still fairly new to X-wing, so he's still learning. And then you have a guy who's, I think he's probably played for a little while. I can't remember. I think Duncan was actually kind of new too, if I remember talking to them. He started like 2 months ago or whatever. And I think this was his first tournament.
Oh, wow.
So he did pretty good.
Yeah, I think he did pretty good. And flying a bunch of Phantoms and an Interceptor, that's a high skill level list, I believe. So
Rocky busts out a barrel roll.
Hey, he took my advice.
So I think it's almost bad, though, because like right now, if you're Whisper, you could even just do a curvy 3, and then you're going to be able to barrel roll.
Yeah,
or curvy 2.
I kind of think a barrel roll right for Rocky would have been good. Force the bump, and then, Echo or Whisper would be facing the wrong direction, and that would give you the opportunity to turn right and go behind Whisper, and Whisper couldn't really come after you.
And actually, with Dash here, I think it would have been better to actually do maybe a hard right.
Yeah.
Because then you have the opportunity, or I mean, not a hard right, either a hard left, and then you can barrel roll back and stuff. Because then you're going to put Whisper in like a weird position where he's going to have to start guessing.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get a shot, as long as you're denying the phantom shots, that's the best thing you have, the best option.
That's it. Yeah, it goes down to the best way to not die to a phantom is not get shot by a phantom.
Yep.
So
it sounds silly, but like you'd be surprised how difficult that is to do.
It really is. They're the best arc dodgy type, out there. So
I would say other than Sunter.
Oh,
that's bad.
No rerolls needed there.
No, that looks like.
And I think that might be it, because, he barrel rolled no tokens, and that's game. So, good job, Duncan. Congratulations.
Yeah, indeed.